Alright, we're going to have a little tour here of Corvair Alley. This is the shop door, back of the house. Also, new video camera, testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's go open the door. We have the secret code we have to input here. I'll have to turn this off while I do that. Can't let you see that, I have to kill me. And as we see, magically, well, electrically anyway, the door opens. Ta-da! Here we are. There she sits, waiting for me to do something. As you can see now, the shop's messy, but I'm trying to build a race car, as it were. That would be here. Notice the number 3 Goodrich cover, of course. That was the man. We get over here to the parts table, as it were. There's a nice set of pistons and jugs. I'm getting ready to bolt back onto my secondary or backup engine. Nice table full of crap here. My favorite item, the bead blaster, sitting over there. And of course, a place to keep the barley pops. And we'll just tour on around here. All the various and sundry toolboxes that every shop requires sooner or later. And I have my combination paint corner and degreasing tank over here. Also my custom made clock from a tire off Dale Earnhardt's stock car. Kind of reflective in here. The old neon ring's burned out. I'm kept meaning to replace that sometime or another, but so far that time hasn't arrived. We go back here to the back of the shop again. You will notice my supply, nuts, bolts, and Brad Penn oil and Royal Purple racing oil. Little stockpile there of Corvair filters. Other various and sundry equipment you need. Ooh, set of heads, look at that. Those go on my backup engine, I think. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see. Come on around here to the operating table. I have a jug and a piston ready to start to install the first one. I just put this short block together this morning. Everything turned out very well. The crank does not bind. I have been extremely lucky in all the motors I've built. I've never had to beat on a case to align the case's halves to get the crank to turn freely. A few used parts on here from my original motor, and some I just pulled out of some junk motors. I'm going to be running an OT30 cam on this one. And the 4 center bolts are the cross bolt deals. Had to ream the holes and all that. There's the other one. The end bolts, according to Mr. Coffin, do not need to be pinned, he says, since they are naturally have an alignment pin on the ends of the case. I'd have to agree with him. Makes your bolts go twice as far too. Yeah, a set of main bearings, or box main bearings in. Got my rod bearings there. I plastic gauged everything. Everything looks good. Set of used source lifters, which are in excellent condition. Still have the rounded bottoms on them. And then we have a little comp cams lube there for lifter and cam installation. And we walk on around the corner here. You can see the parts bin. Hey, we got all kinds of parts and other crap here. Believe me, I got rid of a lot of stuff. If it's been here 10 years and I haven't used it, I don't need it. So I got rid of it. Mostly a lot of sheet metal, a lot of parts that are so far still available. My long tube headers there will go back on the race motor. We got a few more items over here. Running out of storage space, but small shop, I want to keep it small, so you got to throw something out. This is my window fan. This, obviously, if you look here, is my paint booth, as it were. Got a lot of paint overspray and what have you here. I clean it every once in a while. Got a strap hanging up here on a piece of wood that I can hang things on. Also, note here, this will not hold a cocktail shaker very long. One fell off here, and it took a divot out of my concrete floor. Okay, little wall here. Got a few items up, of course. The Corvair poster. Posters from American Graffiti. I actually have a couple of Ford pictures in here. Little Daytona coupe there. And we walk on in here to the utility room. These belong to my wife. This is my utility sink. This actually was her idea. She found this thing at a used restaurant equipment dealer. Stainless steel, deep sink, cleans parts real nice in here. Works quite well, as a matter of fact. Okay, here's the #1 engine. Don't have the heads on it yet, but the short block is pretty well complete. Everything looks pretty good here. It's a 40 over legal vintage motor. We've got some pop-up pistons in it. I have a nice set of heads to go on there. Hopefully I'll have this together in time to put in the car and have the other one together in time to take with me just in case engine #1 has a problem. Now, every shop needs a 20-ton press. Excellent tool. You can ruin stuff with this quicker than you can think about it. Okay, into the office, the inner sanctum as it were. It's a nice little vintage AC clock that a stepbrother of mine found in an old school. I put a new clock works in it. So let's go in and see what's going on in here. I think I'll have to turn a light on. Ooh, it's dark, dark, dark. Let's fire up a light. Hey, we paid the bill, baby. We got electricity. Of course, this is where I keep a lot of my models, other things. Got the stereo in here, speakers out in the shop. My little license plate collection here on the door going into what we call the bomb shelter. I have my air compressor in there. Now there's one you won't see on most people's collection, is a trooper license plate. Cool, huh? Well, this used to be my office. It's now tire storage and other types of storage. A few hero badges on the walls here. And we have more license plates. Whee! Over here is what used to be my desk. I keep a few items on it, just so I'll know it's a desk. It's also messy in here. More model cars on the walls. And it's a good place to keep the mini bike, which will be with us at the Midi this year. Maybe we call it the Midi bike instead of mini bike. More stuff on the walls. I actually have some model cars here that I built back when I was in junior high and high school. Then they had some reissued kits for these cars, which is displayed behind these cars. I had to buy them. I certainly remember putting them together years and years ago. A little sign my wife picked up for me. This is a birthday present. Got a nice little picture I found in old Post magazine. I think it was Post or Life, one of those. Of course, we have the stairwell on upstairs. This is I call it my wall of fame, as it were. A few pictures of myself up there in various cars, but I also have a lot of my Dale Earnhardt stuff up there too. Coming back here to the main workbench, you will notice I have a piece of 1/4-inch steel plate on top of my wood bench. This has been the best addition. I've beat a lot of things up on top of this, but that steel plate there so far, you can't beat that up. Of course, it hasn't been in there very long either. Alright, there you have it. Short tour of the Corvair Alley facility here. I'll probably post this on YouTube here in a little while. Well, not a little while. I got a motor to build, so I'll see y'all later.